Is it okay? I left my shit on. Hello. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm exhausted as per usual. I feel helpless. Losing hope. Not that like nothing will ever, come together for me. That's not what I'm losing hope in. I'm losing hope in humanity, maybe. I just woke up feeling really just sad, and I'm working on processing forgiveness, not for anybody that has hurt me, because I know that's mommy stuff. You have to forgive me, I'm your mother. And then she would do something terrible. No, that's not how that works. I'm working on forgiving myself. Because my mother used to say to me, no one is ever going to love you like I love you. I hope not, because it's suffocating. And she would always, like, anytime I would try to leave her, she would like degrade the people that I was trying to go to, or do anything to convince me that I needed to stay. And if that didn't work and I still tried to go, she would sabotage. Or she would just start the smear campaign and then get a bunch of people to like come at me too. And I would tell her, this isn't love and this is hurting me. You're hurting me. I don't want to leave you. I want you to change your behavior. And it would always get turned around like it was me that was causing her to treat me like that. It was my behavior. And I'm supposed to respect her, and I'm supposed to just take it, because she doesn't have to change. She's too old to change. There was always excuses as to why she didn't have to change, but I did. And I got to thinking about what that did to my subconscious all my life. Because the whole thing was I was supposed to take care of her, right? I was supposed to protect her feelings, her needs. I was a child. I was her child. And that messed me up. So that's what I do with mine. So I not only do I have to break the pattern with her and other relationships that are like that, but I have to break it with how I raise my kid too. It's a whole thing. It's all very exhausting. And so I finally got away. And I came here to heal from it. And I ended up in the same shit because it is so ingrained in my subconscious that no one's ever gonna love me, that I'm not worthy and I don't matter unless I'm taking care of somebody else's fucking feelings about me, or doing for them, giving them my ideas, working really hard for them, and them not giving me just like they didn't. It's all these cycles that repeat, just like they didn't, the same that I give them. And because it was so ingrained in my subconscious that I wasn't worthy, that I was supposed to take care of everybody else's needs and wants, and dumb myself down, and not make other people uncomfortable with my presence and how I show up, because they're going to react terribly to it, and then I'm going to have to take that on, and I'm going to have to, I'm going to be punished for it. So that so deeply ingrained in me that every other relationship, because you start to believe what people say about you when you're being abused. You try to take it on like it's your fault that people are treating you this way because you're the one doing it. But actually it was the first one that was abusing you. It was the first bully that ingrained that message into your brain. And sometimes you can do either two things with that. Sometimes you take that pain out on other people and bully like you were bullied, or you stuff it down and you cower and you just take it and you try to be as small as possible, or in my case, I was big as possible to try to not be seen so that people wouldn't treat me the way they did. So nobody would notice me. But it never mattered. It never mattered because they were still going to mistreat me regardless, because that was in my head. It was, I'm a piece of shit. I am worthless because other people think so, and what they think matters more than what I think. And so when I finally broke that, after the stuff happened back there, and my kid said something, and it was like, it clicked. Oh no, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this to my kid. I can't allow this to go on and to be abused in front of my kid. I can't allow other people to abuse my kid. This is the cycle. It was like instant. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We gotta stop this. Enough. And I finally got the balls to leave a situation that I'd been stuck in for over 30 years. Taking the same kind of treatment. People constantly manipulating me into getting me to do what they wanted me to do, not what was best for me, to make them more comfortable. Finally broke out of it and realized there's a whole other world out there, and I can do whatever I want to with my life, and I can heal these patterns so that I don't take so I don't take them out on my kid, and so my kid doesn't pass them on to, the next generation. And I'll be damned, I guess that part of my subconscious wasn't quite healed yet. So I attracted more of the same, only this time on a really large scale, and it's the same thing. This is the same pattern that they put me through, right? You're a piece of shit, you're not worthy. You're lazy, you can't handle money, you're mentally ill. It's all the same stuff they were telling me back there that I believed. So, I brought it here. And I think some of those people actually were reached out to, the ones that did it to me in the first place, because I guess they like to join forces with, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on. I would love to know. And so, all the same shit. It was all the same shit that they told me about me that wasn't true, that I finally realized enough to get out that wasn't true, that wasn't what I believed about me, that's not what I was seeing, it's not what I was feeling about me. These are projections of theirs. But I get here and it's the same shit. Because that hasn't broken out of my subconscious yet. That no one's ever going to love you like I love you. You can't leave me. You're supposed to take care of me and my emotions. You're irresponsible. You're all these things, right? So this is the same pattern with somebody who's doing the same thing to me that they did. They don't want me to leave because I'm supposed to take care of their emotions and how they feel about me. I'm supposed to provide my ideas. I'm supposed to work my ass off, but it never be enough for them. It's the same thing. I have to break that pattern today. Like, I cannot keep doing this because all of this is so that I will reach back out to them and say, please help me. I'm stuck in the same situation again, even though they're the ones that put me in the situation. Mom used to do this to me all the time. She would get me in a fucked up situation. My ex-best friends would get me in a fucked up situation. And I'd be telling them, this isn't working for me. This is going to happen. I see this, blah, blah, blah. I'd tell them, and they'd be like, you're stupid. You're not the smart one here. You're not in control of this situation. I am. I've got this. You're an idiot. And then I'd get stuck. Because of their shit. Because I believed them over what I believed about me. Based on what I know about myself. And I know myself better than anybody else does. It's just every person knows themselves better than anybody else does. Like my ex-best friend used to always say, I'm a horrible person. I'm a terrible person. And even when somebody's joking, they're telling the truth because they know themselves. So, I know that I am capable. I know that I'm not irresponsible. I know that I did everything that I was supposed to do. And I begged for accommodations because I know my limits. And there's nothing, a person having limits with their body does not make them inadequate in any way. It does not make them lazy. And I've never seen in my life people that get so jealous of somebody with a disability, like a physical disability, because they don't have to do the same things. You don't know what that person has to go through every day just to get up and put their clothes on, you know? And they know their limits. That's why I built something that I knew would sustain me financially. It would help me with my physical limits so I wouldn't have to push myself to the point of burnout or physical, injury, because I know myself. But there's always been somebody in the background that thinks they know me better than I know me. And they want to control it. And they want to tell me what they think I should be doing instead of what is best for me. What is best for my child. My mom would never let me raise my kid because she knew it was best. But she didn't do a good job with me. And when I tried to tell her what was hurting me, she didn't want to change those things. Because she knew best. But that's just it. We are not here to... We're here to be our separate individual selves that God created us to be. I'm going to listen to Him and listen to myself before I listen to anybody else about who I am and what I can do. Because most of the time, those people are projecting what they know about themselves onto you. When they say, you can't do this, you're irresponsible, or you're selfish, they're telling you who they are and trying to put it onto you. It's like when somebody else has control of your finances, has control of your everything. Like I went from one person having it to another. But I would always, when they had control of it, end up having to clean up their mess and how they fucked it up. It turns out that I'm an incredible multitasker. Even though my body has physical limitations, because each and every individual person, despite certain limitations, have certain gifts. Not everybody's got the same gifts. One person might be really good at organizing paperwork and categorizing things, while one person is good at talking to people, but you cannot put the same categorization on each individual person. Like they always put the same rules on every person, but not every person has the same qualifications. And when I point out these things because I'm an idiot or I'm autistic or they've heard certain things about me, I'm a bitch. I just see what works. Because I look around and I see what's not working for people based on all of these rules that are just set, like, mostly by people who have never actually had to experience it. So I'm not trying to step on any toes. I'm trying to make it easier for everybody, because it would be easier for the ones, putting the rules in place. It would make it more efficient, and it would make it a lot easier for the people that they're serving, because I've been on both sides of the coin. But I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have somebody else in control of stuff when it concerns my finances or whatever it is, if they don't have my best interest at heart. If they are purposely trying to mess it up or sabotage it or have some other agenda behind it. Like my mom. It was always just so that she could pull me back in because she messed up the situation, and then she could say, look how Katrina fucked it up. Look at me. I'm the good guy. Let me save her again. And then she'd get other people. And it's the same thing here. It's just, I just don't want to do it anymore. I broke that in my brain. I'm on to the next lesson. I'm not here to be a lesson for other people. I want to live my life. That's not selfish. It is not selfish to want to live your life, to want to have stability, to not want to have somebody who doesn't see you or understand you or is purposely trying to misunderstand you, have control over you. When they're trying to convince you of who you are when they're not you and they don't know you. They don't want to know you. But nothing you can do or say is going to change another person's behavior just because you don't like it. I'm learning that the hard way here too. Because if I get mean with people and say, this is hurting me, stop it, this is what you did. Or if I'm nice, it does not matter because they have decided who I am and what they want me to have. And that's fine. They can have those opinions, but they can't have control over me and my life and how I choose to show up. Or for God forbid, they do something terrible, and then try to pin it on me. You can't do that to me anymore because I see it. And I'm not going to go back and beg for scraps again. I'm not going to protect or coddle other people's emotions and how they feel about me. If you can't do it to my face and you can't have a conversation with me like a normal human being and you're not saying the things that you're saying behind my back to my face, I don't do that anymore. People grow, people change. I'm not that person who those people who you heard from about me, who fucked me over in the first place, are telling you. I'm not that person. So they don't know me either. So to listen to them about who I am it doesn't work either. They were cut off for a reason. There's a reason people aren't in my life anymore, and it's usually because they fucked me over. Not the other way around. Because the people that I have fucked over, I'd be more than happy to take accountability and apologize if I hurt you and you explain to me how I've hurt you in a normal adult way. I'm happy to take accountability for it. But if I've told you over and over and over and over in multiple different settings in front of other people how badly you've hurt me or how you're hurting me and this is what I need to fix it, and you cannot do that and you have to show me who's boss, that's not mature. That's not how we handle things. I hear you when you're telling me, but you can't immediately after I've told you this is hurting me, this was wrong for me, and you want to show me who's boss and retaliate, or go tell somebody what a piece of shit I am and then they come and retaliate. Like, that's not how it works. We work things out, and if we can't do that, and we proved that we couldn't do that 6 months ago. We proved that when I left. So to keep doing it, that just proves to me that you're never ever going to hear me, no matter how many times I say it. You've decided who I am. I choose not to believe you. I know who I am. I know what happened to me. I know what happened to my kid. I know what's best for the two of us. Better than anybody else. Especially people that have proved over and over and over again that they are not willing to hear me and they're not willing to change. Then we can just agree to disagree and move on. But I cannot beg anymore for the bare minimum. I'm not going to. I cannot be lied to. I cannot have the rug pulled out from under me. I can't have promises that aren't kept. Those things don't work for me. I know who I am. I know what I need. It broke my heart to leave my mom. I left her with my whole soul. And I haven't even gotten a chance to grieve her death yet. Or even wrap my head around the fact that she's gonna miss. She's gonna miss me actually being somebody she could be proud of. But she probably wouldn't have been proud either way. Because I wasn't taking care of her. I'm taking care of me. And I'm taking care of that kid. And I'm fixing what's broken in me so that I don't do to that child what everybody did to me. Because I have two choices. I can either take my pain out on other people and hurt them the way they hurt me, which is what I do while I'm here because I'm being constantly hurt day in, day out, and turn into what broke me. Or I can be better than that, and I can do something good with my pain, and I can walk away from things that are hurting me so that I can be a good example to that child so that child doesn't put up with the shit that I have in my life. So that kid learns what an incredible person and everything that that kid can be. Because I'm setting the example for that. And not allowing other people to walk all over me so that, it cycles, baby. I gotta go. Now I'm begging, please. Somebody give me an opportunity to show what the fuck I can do. So that I can finally give that kid a stable environment and a life that we can both be proud of. Because I know who I am, and I know what I bring to the table. I need somebody else to please see it.